Hello and welcome to the Global Poker League Summer Series live from Las Vegas. Yesterday we saw LA Sunset's Chance Kornuth beat Walter Trecaricki of the Rome Emperors 2-1. Today it's a double header. We've got two matches coming up for you. The first one today will be Anton Wigg from the San Francisco Rush versus Leah of the Paris Aviators.
Hello, my babies, and welcome to the Global Poker League Summer Series. I am Joe Stapleton. Here's Eric. He is here, and he is both Eric Danis.
Hello.
I'm a little tongue-tied this morning, Eric, because I just want to throw it out there, guys, just a little personal business at the top of the show. I've been hollering at my ex a lot, so if you're a new person that wants to be part of my life, you're running out of time. So get in touch. You can get in the Twitch chat. Twitch.tv/GPL, or you can just use the hashtag GPL on Twitter. But the main point is here, has nothing to do with my dating life. But in fact, the matchup today that we are closing out heat number 3 of the Summer Series, what's on tap for the first half of our doubleheader?
Yeah, a really fun one today, Joe. Two players that, as of 7 hours ago, did not know they were going to play. So thanks to both players stepping in. Leah getting the call. And in fact, Fabrice Soulier told me that the reason Leah is playing is that
he was available.
He was the only one that did not make it day 2, which is the most disgusting thing, but also the funnest thing. So Mike, a good sport, stepping in today for the Aviators, taking the place of Davide Katai. And he's going to face, a strong opposition in Anton Wigg, a player that's played very well lately on
Literally
the circuit.
strong opposition. Have you seen him? He is jacked.
That's right.
He is just rippling.
That's right, off a Viking boat, of course, way back when. So the San Fran Rush put in Anton Wigg in the cube, replacing Faraz Jaka, who day 2's everything so far this summer. So it'll be a fun
He's
match.
like Swedish The Rock.
That's right, he is. Swedish The Rock, I like it.
I think we should kick things off with a look at the league standings, and we are going to start with Eurasia if we can. No, we're doing Americas. That's fine.
That makes sense. Let's take a look at the Americas. The Montreal Nationals
Why
still
does it make
sitting
sense, Eric? Are you just trying to make sure that there's no infighting between me saying Eurasia and because it's fine. We're cool.
To be fair, that's what we requested. Did
I say that? I got it wrong.
Yeah, you did get it wrong.
That's okay. I'm happy. I want to be known. I'd rather be the one getting it wrong.
Celebrating the Montreal Nationals still at top. By the way, you'll notice only 26 matches played for Montreal. You'll see that once we start Heat 4 as well. That matter is, of course, Montreal-London. That match was postponed. We'll have details on that tomorrow, more than likely. So we'll see a resolution with those points very soon. I guess the big one here, Joe, is that the San Fran Rush are in last place, remain in last place. The good news for them, if they were to win at least one game here, they'll move ahead of the moneymakers after Heat 3 play, and that'll be the first step. If Anton Wigg can, of course, get 6 or 9 points, that'll be even better because, the Rounders are there, and the Rounders have their big team manager in the cube later on today. You wouldn't expect less than a 6 or 9 point performance from Bryn Kenny, so we'll have to see what happens next. So yeah, a lot of pressure here on Anton Wigg. We keep on saying it, Joe. It's not a storyline we're trying to force feed people. The 2 bottom teams in each conference are in very deep trouble, and soon enough they'll be in the danger zone.
Danger zone? How far into the entire GPL season are we?
Well, we played a total of 45 matches, and these teams have played 27 or 28.
So we're halfway.
We're more than halfway. There's only less than 20 matches left for every team, so about 19 games. So.
Time to get it together. Last place teams, which is still. Let's take a look at the Eurasia Conference. If I believe, yes, it's still the Rome Emperors. They're at the bottom of that barrel.
Yeah, on top we have a 3-team race for now. It could become a 4-team race should Leah pick up some valuable points for the Aviators. The Aviators, Joe, really started off strong. They were one of the top teams, if not the top team, for a few of those early weeks. They really dried up a bit here in the standings. We've seen Soulier and Leah in the cube, and both unfortunately coming up with losses. So it's been a rough time so far in Las Vegas for both of those players and for the team. But still, a 12-point advantage on a playoff spot. That is the good news. And, of course, the Roman Emperors, who are in deep doo-doo in that conference I just said doo-doo.
That's okay.
I feel good about it.
I think you can say doo-doo. I'll say the S word when we're not on camera.
I like it.
Easy. It doesn't. If you can see my mouth saying it.
And there's spittle, too.
Yeah, it's bad. Real quick, I wanted to talk about the Aviators for a second. Isn't it bizarre that they're called the Aviators, but we don't want people to wear sunglasses in the cube?
Oh.
I guess we don't really want Wolverines in there either. So
right.
I guess I don't really have much of a point. Speaking of the Paris Aviators, the fellow representing those guys here today is on the floor with Laura Cornelius.
Thanks, Joe. I am here with Mike, Leah. We were just looking at the Eurasian points and how they were scattered, and we said you need to sweep today really to be back in the game, don't you?
Well, yeah, a sweep would get us almost tied with the other teams at 100 points, so that's the goal.
You've been here before. You played Jonathan Little. Talk us through that match.
Well, I lost that one. So 2-1. So
not every game.
No, looking for some redemption today. So I'm motivated and ready to go, and I'll try and win the first one.
And your opponent Anton Wigg's in there. He's getting ready for his debut in the cube.
Yep.
Have you battled with him much at the felt?
Yeah, a little bit here and there over the years, online
like?
and live. Anton's a good player, so I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good match.
Okay, and have you watched many of his matches
I
on
have
the GPL
not.
before?
No research.
No research?
No research.
To be fair, you have stepped in right at the last minute, which we are very thankful of. How is
Yeah.
the World Series going for you?
Not as well as hoped. I hear people laughing in the background. I had high goals this summer, so we're about halfway through. So it's got to win the first one, and then hopefully things will go good from there.
Hopefully you won't need to step in last minute for anyone else, because you'll be powering on through in that.
That would be good, yeah.
We will check you out. Game 1 is about to start in the cube very shortly. Thank you, Mike, Leo, and good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Do you know one question I wish Laura had asked? Who slammed that door?
Yeah, that was a big
I mean,
slam.
come on. We're filming in here.
I think it's Anton Wigg. I think he wanted to distract him.
I guess Anton's the one guy that
Yeah.
I guess can get away with it.
Yeah, he's allowed. I'll let you go tell him not to slam the door next. I won't do it.
Excuse me, Mr. Wigg. Hello there. Hi. The door.
You'll have to do like this, like looking up.
Yeah.
One thing that's fun about Mike Leah is that he's such a great guy and such a fun guy that it was me. I laughed hard, I laughed out loud when Laura asked how his World Series was going. But he's so hard on himself that even if he had 2 bracelets, I think he'd still say, yeah, 2 bracelets, need a third. So, yeah, you got it. But yeah, Mike is a great guy. So apologies for that laugh, but it's always fun to see Mike struggle from time to time because he just doesn't when it comes to the circuit. And it's quite fascinating about, I think, 16 cashes so far this season, Joe. 16! 157 in his lifetime, which is ridiculous.
Seems like a good a time as any to talk about his player stats.
There you go. Best GPI rank was number 13. That was a few months ago. He's played 8 matches so far in the GPL. That ties him for 3rd, so really an active player, and that is going to continue today, of course. 33 points to 7th. He's in our top 10 so far this season, 7th in scoring. 24 points in 6 max and 9 in heads up. He's played actually really well in both competitions, but really picking up a lot of points for the Aviators when they were in first place in those 6 max matches in an epic heads up matchup against Anatoly Filatov, which if you did miss, you must see. Mike was actually live from the Playground Poker Club in Montreal and having a lot of fun down there and trolling his opponent quite a bit. 3 wins, which is fantastic. Not many players have more than 1 or 2 wins in the league. That ties him for 10th. And he's picked up 55% of the points that have been available to him, 24th in the league. So that's a number that, knowing Mike, he'll want to improve on. But the rest of the stats look really, really good for the one of the Aviator star.
Mike Leah, an absolute superstar as far as I'm concerned, by the way. He's just come on so strong the last few years as a player and deserves to be ranked with the absolute best of them right now. He's a name we don't hear as much. We hear Jason Mercer, we hear Fedor Holst, we hear names like that, but I think Mike is right in that same tier of player.
Plays all the games, too.
Yeah, so it's really going to be a pleasure to have him here in the GPL. Let's take a look at the stats for his opponent, Anton Wigg.
Yeah, not bad, sir. He started off by a big win there against Martin Jakobsen heads up. In the Battle of the Swedes, Joe, we had an early Battle of the Swedes between San Fran and Montreal. So 5 matches played, that ties him for 18th in the league. 19 points ties him in the top 20, places him in the top 20. That's good. Just like Leah, he's played both 6 max and heads up competitions. 13 points in those 6 max matches. 6 points were against Jakobsen. 2 wins so far, ties him for 17th. 31st in total points efficiency. And again, that's one stat that I'm sure he'll want to improve on today. And the winner will improve on that stat for sure because they'll at least get 6 points in the matchup. So interesting to see, Joe. These two teams both needing points, but for different reasons. Paris wants to get back in the race for first. For these teams, the number one goal should be or is to win the conference. For the San Fran Rush, they just need to post points because it's getting dire. And as we keep on talking about those two bottom teams in each conference, at some point, the situation will be critical. It's not there yet. There's a lot of points still available, but each week we tend to hear, played well, things are going to turn around, but if they turn around in November, it'll be too late by then. So
I have one question for you, San Francisco Rush. Are you in or are you out? Sorry, I just saw Central Intelligence yesterday. It's a line from the movie. But anyway, maybe Laura will ask Anton the question because he's down on the floor with her right now.
Thank you so much, Joe. Did you even listen to that question, Anton?
I did not.
No, we don't know. We didn't listen.
You better
We didn't
repeat it for me.
Are you in or are you out?
Well, I'm here, right?
He is here. He is in. He's going to be in the cube very, very shortly. And it's your debut. Are you excited?
I am. It's my first time in the cube, so it's going to be cool. It's a different experience.
We've seen you in the GPL already, the Battle of the Swedes. You took that one down versus Martin Jakobsen. How did that feel?
Well, good, because then I didn't have to hear him chugging my bone. He's telling me how bad I am, and I hang out with him all the time. So
he's got this thing that he kicks as well. Do you have one of those when you have bad beats?
No, I don't. Hopefully, I don't have to have him punning on me again.
It would be good to get you both in here, actually, at another time, to have the Battle of the Swedes in real life, too.
Yeah.
I think so. Now, talk us through San Francisco Rush, because they are in dire trouble right now. Eric said not quite critical, but almost critical. So are you going to save them today?
Well, hopefully. I mean, I got Mike over here. He's a really good opponent. But we do need points, so I'm looking to go for a sweep.
Indeed.
We need it.
You do need it. 9 points. Mike Leah, are you worried about playing him? He's a tough opponent.
Not really. I'm very confident in my heads-up game. I feel like I can take on basically anyone. And like me, Mike got subbed in last minute, so I feel like we both have a level playing field.
Yeah, that is, we have to say thank you as well once again for stepping in. And, that's the way it goes. How's your World Series going? Obviously not in a day two today.
No, I haven't been playing that much. I came in 5 days ago and mainly been playing cash since then. Played one tournament and ended up bubbling it, so...
Well,
that's all right.
Hopefully it will go better inside the cube today. Anton Wigg about to take on Game 1 versus Mike Leah of the Paris Aviators. Back to you guys at the desk.
Let's get him.
Thank you.
Okay, at first I thought him saying chugging my bone was the weirdest thing he was going to say during that interview, but right as things were ending, did he say scallop?
I think he did, yeah. Scandinavian,
I mean, maybe he's got a mollusk thing. Maybe Laura, right before she went on camera, said, hey, what do you want to have for lunch? Then they went live.
Yeah.
Then they went off and they went, scallop.
Huh. Did you notice the excessive smiling from Laura? Just saying.
I don't know. The word splooge comes to mind. What do we think that chugging my bone means?
I'm not sure.
Yanking my chain?
That's where I think Laura missed out on a tremendous reporting opportunity there. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know what that means.
Anton, can you tell me more about chugging my bone? I can't. The thing is, when it comes from a Swedish person, you don't know if that's an actual phrase from Sweden.
A direct translation.
Or it's just someone misremembering yanking my chain.
Right.
Chugging my bone.
Chugging my bone.
It's entirely possible. But, as Laura mentioned, San Francisco Rush, desperate times here. They're in last place in their conference right now. Anton and... Excuse me. Anton and Mike Leah are getting into the cube in just a few moments. Want to go over what the rules are in the cube, okay? Everyone starts with 50,000 in chips, everyone being 2 players who are playing heads up. It's 200 and 400 are the starting blinds. They go up every 4 minutes, and there's a 20-minute total time bank. When you run out of that juice, what happens?
Hot seat, baby. 4 seconds to make every decision, and we've seen Aaron Paul, star of Central Intelligence. Can I call him star of Central Intelligence?
Yeah, sure. Why
Guy
not?
in Central Intelligence. We've seen him in the hot seat so far, but the rest of the players have been able to manage their time banks very well.
Okay, well, we'll have to see how these two fare because we're ready for poker. To the power of 3, let's take it on down to the cube.
Players, please enter the cube.
Yep.
The Oh, man.
Oh.
That was pure comedy.
The Sweden Canadian.
That was pure comedy. This is going to be a great match.
Anton going shoeless.
It has begun.
All right,
And
well,
we're off.
you know, we're off to a good start. My Swinglish has proven to be perfect. I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
We have enjoyed it.
You know what? I respect you. First time, I'm just gonna give you a walk. You know.
I hope I didn't make Anton feel bad.
No, I think he's good. People in the chat are saying that this is actually an expression.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Grinding away, which makes sort of sense. You grind
chugging
at a
my
bone.
bones, sure.
You're on the button.
Okay.
That means it's your turn.
Before the flop, that's why it's confusing.
Right.
Because you're like, I thought I was on the button. I go last. Nope.
Nope.
Turns out it's first, and then it's last. I mean, you can't get it right.
Maybe I folded ace high on the button, you know, just because I'm nervous. And it's my first time in here.
I get it. It's understandable.
Gonna start by calling this one.
Top pair for Anton.
And check it over to you, Mr. Captain.
Yo, Eric, I'm not going to talk over these guys if they keep chatting, but yesterday when we got out of here, long story, I ended up playing 4-8 limit at the Orleans.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
4-8 limit. Oh my God, I would lose so much money
Like
just
all button?
chugging chips.
I don't know. I feel like
Oh, you haven't done
I feel like I can attack this flop.
Okay.
Can I?
We'll see.
Okay.
These two are very polite. And what happened, Joe? Like you're not
Oh,
saying? or-
I'm watching. I'm just watching the match here because I feel like I can tell
I can't give
the
it all.
story in dribs and drabs
Yeah.
and not talk over the poker
Don't
too
have to
much.
do math. It's in the morning, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to Vin Scully this.
I like it.
I mean, I'm not really gonna try that. Flush draw on the turn for Mike. Yeah, I was doing pretty well in the game. There was
How
a
big should I
person
go?
under 60 at the table.
It's
Of course.
very draw heavy, right? Gotta.
Anton's pair is still the best hand, and he's looking like he's going to continue betting.
And that should do it.
38-10. That will not do it. And Mike bricks. Anton improves. I don't see Mike getting too hero-y if Anton bets again, but maybe Anton checks it to him, gives him a chance to bluff at it.
Mike with that great smile. But
I'm guessing
just
this means
still
that
like-
I should be polarized in this situation, right?
Seems like
I have all these missed draws, maybe straight, maybe a boat, maybe three of a kind. Maybe I got there with ace.
lots of opportunities.
But I feel like at this point, I'm far beyond checking. So. Something like that.
Yeah. All right.
I'll
You
do
probably
it.
should have checked.
Oh.
Was that a fold or okay?
Yeah, that was cool.
All right, you know, I'm just trying to figure out the graphic here.
Great hand here early in this match. Just gonna take a note for that for later when we run out of stuff to talk about. Know how we always hit that dry point? We're both like, standings again?
Never noticed.
That was King, Queen of Diamonds versus 9-6, right?
That's a good one to check back.
With the 9-9 on the board. It's just my note for later. Two players with ace-10. If they get to showdown, this will end in a chop. Does one bluff the other off this chop? Stay tuned to find out. It'll take like a few seconds. It's really not an inconvenience. Oh, check. There you go.
I was checking.
Some people are a little bit into a chop pot.
Yeah. I thought everyone
News.
loved the chop up.
I wouldn't go
Take
that
it.
far.
All right. You should do T-shirts.
So I take this 4-8 seat because
I can't wait.
I want to play 1-3, but the list is like 40 people deep.
Of
They have
course.
a seat open for 4-8. And basically, I was up like maybe $60 or something after an hour and a half or so, which is, I think, a pretty good
None
rate in that
of
game.
that. None of that. You
It
know?
looked like you were debating a lot of things there.
Just getting ready with my bones, you know, like see if I'm gonna chuck it or like, you know.
I thought that was a pre-3-bet maneuver.
So I end up going down a little bit and then getting back up slightly. At which point I win 2 small pots in a row to be like almost up again.
Yeah, I'll set up.
You're comfortable?
But this is not your first. This is not your first match, right?
That's my second.
All right. I might be at a slight disadvantage then.
What do you make it?
Ace King for Mike.
Is that your 3-bet coming?
Yeah, I was trying to do some math.
Okay. Easy.
That is the third bet. Gets a fold from Anton. So basically, it's just one of those classic kill pots where it's like 3 bets 7 different ways. I have pocket kings, bet and raise like every possible opportunity and get run down by queen 10. So that's all. And that was the biggest pot of the day. And I'm leaving like a $60 loser
Yeah.
because of that
Hey.
pot. But I had a good time. Heard some good groaning. Just like touching all those chips for a while, you know?
It is fun.
You realize there's not a lot to it, though, to limit poker.
Oh, no, that's why I love it.
Yeah. It's not a lot of creativity.
Nope.
C-betting worked, though.
Really?
Like, way more than I thought it would.
Oh,
Put a little tester in.
the Orleans.
I mean, you didn't bet yourself. So
Why am I tapping the glass? I should have told people about that. It's my spot. That's my...
checking.
Right.
I'm gonna bet at some point. And
Okay, sounds good.
just wait for the check raise. Yeah.
Poker mindset coach, I'm playing 4-8 limit hold'em. What do you think? I'm some kind of fish?
2-4.
What a joke. I don't think they had any 2-4 tables.
I would assume
I
they
probably would have sat there. Both these players have a jack. Nobody hits a jack. Queen jack, the best hand. Anton's got the lead over Mike Leah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, it is easy.
Our friend Parmenides says that, boy, back from the bar for this. We'll grab a few cold ones. Parmenides says we have a second match later on. Look at that. Pretty good segue. Really happy with that one. Anatoly Filatov and Bryn Kenny. The battle of the managers. There'll be a lot of trash talk in that one. Neither player affected by the trash talk, which will be interesting to see how that works out.
He loves the game of poker, and he loves Bryn Kenny. Did you ever see that video? The Mormon soldier video?
No.
Pretty funny about when Mormon had all these horses. Wiener85 says another great Canadian poker player. Got to cheer for Mike Leah today. Highly caffeinated says I got to move up to 510 limit. That's where they respect the
Make it
raises.
sound like
I like it.
letting me have it.
No, I just had a real bad hand.
Okay.
This one I'm letting you have.
Well, now I have at a bad hand.
Guy had queen 10 of diamonds and flopped a diamond draw. What's he going to do? That's limit poker. Anton raising 9 deuce. Mike has got the best hand. Not the best draw, though. Making his straight would not work out well for him.
I hear this is what they do. Like they, you know,
It's hard to, you have nothing to rest your arm on.
on the pad, you just go a little bit like
Did you
that.
see what Jaffe was doing?
What did he do?
He was like this. It was weird. Jaffe's a little weird though.
Confirmed. Yeah.
Story checks out.
Sorry.
It's all right.
A bit of a genius.
It's been my catchphrase for years, and you stepped on it.
Sorry, man.
Unbelievable.
Hey, the cube works. They didn't hear you.
Or they're just really good pretenders.
Right. Or they're so used to hearing you
What other
scream,
card do
Joe.
you have with your 7?
That's true, too.
Do I have a 7?
Yeah. I know you have a 7.
It is always coming 7.
Like, it's got to be something good, right?
Should be. All right, probably better than what I got.
And we're up to 60,000.
Blinds 4 and 800.
Down to 40.
I believe it does, yes.
All right. Math.
It's hard.
At least they give us a nice even amount.
The stacks get a little weird when you use the slider bar,
Yeah.
or if you hit like a third pot. There's a lot of 7s out there sometimes. Ed Kilworth says, I don't think Jaffe's a fan of Joe. That would be disappointing. Yeah. I haven't gotten that impression, but that would be disappointing. I like you. Anton's flop best here. And he's turned best, and he's rivered best.
Rivered best.
I mean, he's got, I should have just said he has the best hand. I don't really know why I went through it like that, but hey, we got time to fill.
Oh, pulls away and back.
That's a small bet.
It's a small bet,
Well,
designed to get the call from the
Your hand is
nothing.
a small one on the turn when you checked, so a small bet for a small hand.
All right.
That's
So you're just betting a king,
fair, right?
or you're trying to get me to raise?
I mean, your options are open. Are you looking to raise?
No, I don't think so. Not
No?
anymore. It's a call or a fold.
That's when you raise, right? Like,
Yeah, not after he says that, though, I don't think.
There he
Nice
goes.
sizing if it was
Fair.
a bluff.
thank you, thank you.
Sorry, sometimes I get lost in that.
Standard is, standard goes.
Reckless Tyler weighing in again today. Nice to have you back. Purple
And the price
Polo
of poker
player
is
is
going up.
spouting lies. The Sandy Sanchez, Anton has large eyes.
Huh.
Sure, why not? That's why we call him Big Eyes Wigg. Top pair here for Mike.
Start with a call. See what happens.
Okay.
Still good for Mike Leah on the river. JFK's back says, I'm confused. Do they play more than one hand at a time? No, no confusion here. Just one hand at a time.
Although idea for season 2, 6 hands at a time. Let's have some fun. I'm totally kidding.
I did see a piece of software that was like that, actually.
Is it your turn to try to buy a cheap bluff?
It was 10 separate heads-up matches, all with the same
You know
person.
that when you talk, you're in my head, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you can tell me things, and then
I could.
Yeah, like then I can make up my mind based on like, what's in my head.
I got that. I've been
Yeah.
watching you. I'm thinking about it.
Okay. It seems to me like. Gonna call you this time.
All right.
That's a bad
Probably
call.
That then I probably will. That's it.
Thanks.
Coax asking, are these amateurs or professionals? Very much professionals. Mike Leah, boy, $5.3 million in career earnings on the live circuit, 157 results, 71 of those top 10 finishes. That's quite remarkable. Anton Wigg, a couple mil on the live circuit, but he's made his money internet poker-wise, according to Pocket Fives, $6.6 million in career tournament earnings online. He's currently ranked number 28 in the online world. Antti Svanti is his online moniker.
I might have found my pose.
Like anti-schmanti, like that kind of
A
thing?
little bit like this, you know. I have to lean on
This
something.
guy's core to the bone, whatever he said, so I'm not sure if
Anytime I
follows
move,
suit.
I
He just loves his auntie.
So I got the good side, you're saying?
maybe it's the barefoot thing. Maybe I should try that.
It's quite good. Seen a lot of people barefooting it in poker. They seem to be grounding, you know?
Maybe because they don't want tetanus?
It's reaching.
Gokoshes, I'll get to your question in a second. We got a big hand developing here. Oh, he said never mind. Fine. Never mind. Gotcha.
To the streets.
Top pair for Anton. Semi-dangerous flop for 8s. 14,000 chips in the middle.
Mike hits the keypad.
And Mike is betting. You said as if there was something that perplexed you with the fact that Anton called there.
I guess I'm just not used to seeing Anton just call. From what I've seen from him online, but that's just me.
I feel like that's kind of a pretty dry flop, even though there's
Yeah.
a flush draw, so I don't think you're going to see too many raises there.
Yeah, oh,
Well, when you have a hand, you can't really fold.
yeah.
That means you call.
Look at that, wanting a reaction. Look at that.
Chime in my head.
How do you keep a straight face? It's so silly.
That just means I'm calling.
Anton calls. Mike drawing extremely thin, doesn't get there on the river. Game 1 is over.
Yep.
Good game.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, I think we leave after each match.
All right.
Okay, so 3 very much needed points already. Were you fully undressed during that?
Apparently I was, yeah. And thank you for hiding.
Just in case
Oh,
Eric's
darn.
nipples are showing, we
Yeah.
want to make sure those are covered up.
Don't want that. Hey, the San Fran Rush are no longer in last place of the Americas Conference. Breaking news.
What just happened?
Well, they're
What
a
did I
point
miss?
ahead. They're a point ahead of the moneymakers. It's not been a good year for Las Vegas or San Fran, but boy, Anton Wigg in the cube is never a bad combination to get some points there for Rajjaka. Will be very happy to see the first 3 points, and now the pressure's on Leah to collect points for his team. Leah, sorry.
You know, I'm surprised that we don't see more at matches end the way we just saw that match end.
Yeah.
Like it's very often that players end up getting down to big blinds being not so many anymore, and then they get it all in pre-flop in marginal situations. But we don't really see folks like maybe 20 hands into the match just sort of be like, okay, I have a hand, I'm all in. I have a hand I can't fold, I'm all in. So it's interesting to see that. I thought we'd be seeing more of it, and I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait till the end of the entire series to know what the trends are actually going to be.
Yeah, I think that the only time we do see that is when Kevin McPhee's in a cube and he calls it out firsthand, right? So places to be, apparently.
You told me today that Kevin McPhee is your favorite cube player.
He has been my favorite cube player. That's the truth. I was very honest about that.
Sorry, everyone else.
Yeah, no.
That spot belongs to Kevin McPhee.
But
so
the reason is quite ridiculous. I'm very impressed with the way he plays poker, which is ridiculous. The man's collected tens of millions of dollars in poker. He's not a bad player. 2-time bracelet winner last year, an EPT champion, has done well in the WPT as well, and then online he's been a monster for years now. So I shouldn't be shocked about it, but I've just been really, really impressed with the way he's played, and definitely one of my favorite players, along with our former co-host Jonathan Little. I've learned a lot from Jonathan throughout the season, so happy to get the free training from Jonathan because he usually charges.
he does charge. My roommate used to subscribe to his audiobooks or something like that.
Oh, he's really cool.
My old roommate. Maybe that's why you couldn't pay rent, Jesse, because you're too busy paying Jonathan Little for poker lessons, huh? How'd those turn out? Where's your World Series of Poker bracelet, Jesse?
Nowhere.
Sorry, I'm not the one who should really be asking questions here. That honor belongs to Laura Cornelia. She's on the floor right now with our 2 competitors.
Thank you so much, Joe. Congratulations to Anton Wigg and the San Francisco Rush picking up the first 3 points of the match. You're feeling good about that?
It does feel good, you know, getting in here, practicing my Swinglish on TV.
Yeah, can you tell us what that means, the chugging the bone thing? I have heard that, I'm sure, but I can't help it.
I don't know. It was, you know, when your brain farts.
Oh yeah, I do that a lot.
And then you, oh, what was I supposed to say? Well, maybe chugging. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, it was a completely wrong thing to say. At least I'm off to 1-0, you know, in the matches, and our team needs points, so, you know, happy about that.
Your team needs more than 3 points, though. You need probably all points here
to
bring it back.
He's looking a bit nervous. I'm up 1, so I'm feeling pretty good about my chances thus far.
That was a quick game. Sorry, awesome. Not to rub it in even more.
It's not nice to lose the first match. A little bit more pressure to get the next one, but a bit of a cooler flop in that last hand, and that's the way it goes.
We talk about the momentum of winning the first game and how it puts you in the mood and the mindset to be able to take the next 2 games down. How are you going to bring yourself back from this to get into the swing of things to win these next 2 games?
Yeah, Mike.
Just got to start with the next one. If I win the next one, then then we're all even. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
How's the no shoes thing going for you?
Well, apparently it's working out. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty grounded.
Maybe you should take your shoes off, Mike.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah. After a fast-paced start coming in here, straight out of a cab, I'm feeling pretty good, you know? I feel like my feet are connected, so that's a good thing.
His feet are connected, and we are going to see the next game. Game 2 is on its way. Who's going to take this one?
We will see.
We will see. Back to you guys at the desk after this quick break.
All right.
Thanks.
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favourite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Body's moving slow. 'Cause this love is all night. Moving faster than the sun. Explosions in the sky.
Oh man, I feel really, really bad about like calling out Anton. Like I wasn't trying to embarrass him. I just thought maybe it was some awesome phrase I hadn't heard of yet.
Let's be honest. There's some people on Twitch that are actually saying what that meant. So hey, apparently Anton was onto something.
Let's just make it a thing. Let's just make chugging my bone a thing.
Means you're grinding.
Technically, we're not swearing. I don't see why we can't chug each other's bones every once in a while.
If the definition is grinding, does that mean that Chainsaw grinds that bone?
Chainsaw, he may be grinding that bone down to a nub. I wanted to read something off the Twitch chat that just tickled me, and I probably shouldn't read stuff like this, but Joey Oeo, he says, if somebody with a clipboard walked in the frame right now and called this whole thing off, I wouldn't even be surprised.
Who would be that person, though?
Just
maybe
right.
Aaron Paul. We'd get Aaron Paul dressed.
Okay, guys, this is it. We're done. We're just going to there's like a guy with, what'd you say, guy with a drill? Woo,
yeah, just drilling the panels
taking
off.
that cube apart. I mean, look, that guy, he's right outside. And Alex Dreyfus every day keeps handing him 100 francs. To go away. He's like, come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. So we're just chugging along here, guys. This is a process, but hey, I'm happy to be here with y'all. You know who else is happy to be here?
Yes.
Anton Wigg.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's very happy to be here.
And Mike Leah. Mike Leah's got a little catching up to do. Let's get down there for game number 2.
Oh, here we go.
All right, we're off.
Slothra says Chainsaw is a huge bone chugger. Confirmed.
Well, that's what you get with comps.
Okay. Nope.
All right. Well, it worked for you last time.
Yep.
see Anton with the check mark next to his name. That means he's won game number 1, up 3 points to none. 2 big hands here. Unlike Donald Trump, whose hands are tiny.
What's going on over there?
I'm figuring out this machine, how to make a proper size 3-bet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What did you make?
He made it 30-30. That old chestnut. Mike calls. Nobody can love this flop too much, but Anton's got what will be the best hand most of the time. A fair amount of the time. I don't know. Some portion of the time.
Some portion, yeah.
Start by playing it safe.
Okay.
I am out of position after all.
All right.
Oof. Some bad news coming out of New York. New York Assemblyman Gary Pretlow says online poker bill didn't pass because it's not a game of skill. Try telling that to some of the most skillful poker players in the world. Try telling that to Jamie Gold or Jerry Yang, that it's not a game of skill.
Or Anton Wigg or Mike Leah. Yeah. Or Joe Stapleton.
Those luck boxes. No, I'm
mastering the 4-8 game.
Look, I'm talking about skill players like Robert Varconian.
It was definitely fair.
Chris Moneymaker in 2003. Those really skillful players that win poker tournaments.
Remember when Robert Varconi was Chris Moneymaker, yet no one did anything about that?
You know why?
Why?
Hard name to spell.
It is.
Not as easy to spell as Moneymaker.
Very easy.
Did you know that's his real name?
Moneymaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And that he was an accountant.
What? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Chris. Chris is his real name.
Chris is his absolute real name.
Christopher.
Anton, despite starting slightly behind, has flopped the best hand. Second pair has turned into third pair, though.
Half the pot.
Half the pot?
Half the pot.
For a jack?
King?
Wow, good read, Mike. Leah.
Queen?
I don't think so. Yeah?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll have to watch it later to find out.
Oh, I really hope he doesn't watch this.
Yeah.
All that talking I did.
Joe, if the New York State doesn't think poker is a game of skill, I'm playing the WPT 500 on Saturday, and once I'm all in after 35 minutes because I cannot fold pocket eights, it'll be confirmation that this is a game of skill, and I don't have much of it.
Unintentionally?
Did you just call your shot, but in reverse? Like Babe Ruth walked up to the plate, he's like, I'm striking out in 4 pitches.
That's right. I'll foul one off, but I'm done.
I figured my first mistake was going to happen at some point.
Our first 4-bet of the match. Anton calls it a mistake to 3-bet the suited
When you
connectors.
start by making a mistake, it's better to just get it over with, you know?
Yeah, also do it in the beginning when the blinds are small.
Just leave the hand right there. Okay, you got it.
It's kind of like bowling. Do you bowl, Eric?
I have bowled.
If you're going to make a mistake, it's better to do it in the beginning of the game,
True.
score-wise.
Did you learn that from Lon McCarron, who calls bowling action on ESPN, or did? I don't know if he still does.
You know what? I don't know what Lon McCarron's up to with bowling, but I was captain of my high school bowling team. That's all I'm saying. I was actually scouted by colleges.
How many ladies do you get? I'm serious. Did you have the ladies waiting at the Albany
I mean,
Rec
literally,
Center?
ladies, yes. There are a couple of 40-year-olds who I'm almost positive were lesbians that seemed into me.
Hey.
But maybe not against you. Are you bluffing me?
Trips for Mike, Leah.
I don't know.
I know I don't look like an athlete, but that's true. I was captain of the bowling team.
Is it true that you were scouted?
That is also true.
You're lying about that
The
part.
bowling coach from Schenectady County Community College came to watch me bowl. Was very impressed.
The Fighting Cats.
I don't even know what their mascot is. He was very impressed, but I said, hey, man, sorry, but I'm going to pick my college not based on where there's a bowling team. I know, I walked away from it all. I walked away from it all, Eric. It was just...
You could have been in that movie with Bill Murray. You could have been that guy.
I could have been the kingpin.
The Kingpin. Oh, and Woody Harrelson, right? I gotta watch that again.
The movie's an absolute masterpiece.
Yeah.
Anton flops of hair.
Whoa, Masaklis saying bowling not a sport? I am sorry. Joe's thighs are that big because of bowling.
I'd say bowling is a sport, but just because you bowl doesn't make you an athlete.
Very well said.
Easy decisions.
Well, maybe easy for you, Anton. You show off.
So what are you looking to win this series? I know you have something in mind, right?
Just the next one that I play.
And the next one you play, which one is that?
PLO today, and if things go wrong there, then limit hold'em.
Isn't it so hard to win in limit hold'em though?
Yes.
Joe would know.
No?
Same as anything else.
I mean, I'm a no limit player, so that's why I say that, you know?
Pappy Van Winkle says, when I'm done thumping the 4-8 retirement home player at the Orleans,
Viewers, that this isn't limit hold'em.
ease upstairs and hustle the local bowlers.
Oh, yeah, there is a bowling.
You know, I haven't had a new ball in a while, and I was considering just going and getting a new ball drilled and taking it over to the Orleans.
Should.
It depends. If Tinder keeps striking out for me, I may have to stick my fingers in something.
Our buddy Tyler saying that Kingpin is the Rounders of bowling.
That's a good call.
Pretty good.
There's never been a serious bowling movie, has there?
No, it can't be.
I think somebody needs to write the serious bowling drama.
Yeah, that would work. No, it can't work. There's no way. And for those calling out ESPN for showing bowling and poker, they also show the spelling bee, so let's all relax. And the Scrabble Championship featuring Lon McCarron.
Mike Betts gets a fold.
Wow, I have the lead.
What about Big Lebowski? That is a serious bowling
Yeah,
movie.
okay, I'll give you that. There's bowling in it. It's not really about the bowling, though.
No.
I want a serious bowling movie with a training montage.
Oh, yeah, there's got to be a montage.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe Sylvester Stallone's in it, you know?
Yeah, like I don't know, some sort of strained parental relationship.
Yes. Oh, yes, I got it.
Like
You're right.
the Lucky You of bowling is
Okay,
more what I'm
yeah.
looking for. Lucky You is what I actually yelled to my friend who was leaving the theater before it was over. Lucky You.
Did have Drew Barrymore.
Yep.
Matt Savage still gets those checks. That's good.
Both players have flopped a 7 here. He should send it back. If people can walk up to like old UB players and demand their money, I'm going to demand my money from Matt Savage for being in that movie.
I like it.
Matt, I want your 19 cents that you made this month back. Thank you. I'll be here every month. Mike's got Anton outkicked because it's 2-pair. Anton has wisely checked. Will he call a river bet? Yes, B-Way swings. The searching for Bobby Fischer of bowling. That's what I'm looking for. Now you're just being ridiculous, Slothra.
Yeah, that does
Now you're just being, that's silly.
Yep. No one would believe that.
Anton giving this some real thought. 7's going to be pretty good here, I think. Some percentage of the time. I know I trailed off there. I was just trying to see how I could just hedge my bets with that statement.
Folds.
Good fold, Anton, and Mike. Leah takes a victory lap.
No. I mean, it's just,
I don't think Mike knows that he's folded. So.
I did end up folding.
Good news.
And he wins again. Poor Mike, not even at his station winning your
I'm
hands.
not sure about that.
Kill pot. No, sorry, too much limit hold'em happening in my world. Oh, dude, this was amazing. So they kept calling this name on the list at the Orleans yesterday.
What was the name?
They kept calling Don K. And do you remember that character Huff used to play, Donald Key? Poker's radio shock jock, Donald Key.
All right.
Don Key here. Thanks for being on the line with us.
I love that.
And so they kept calling for Don K. And I was just like, oh, made me miss the good old days. With Poker's radio shock jock, Donald Key. Do you remember when like Lee Child and Lee Watkinson both made the final table? And my favorite Donald Key line was, I was like, so what do you think of Lee Watkinson? He goes, there's only one Lee in my book, and that's Child.
It's hard to find those things, Joe.
Oh, at the old Poker Road radio and the circuit.
I have an iPod that I refuse to throw away because they have
It's got the circuit on there. Every once in a while, one of those old podcasts will pop up. Like I only have a couple of them on my computer for some reason, and it like makes my heart hurt.
Yeah.
It also makes me sick to my stomach that I used to be so much worse at this, and I'm still.
I thought you were so much better, to be honest.
And I'm still not that good, is what I'm saying. Exactly. Like, man, I used to be terrible, and now I'm not. I'm like barely any better.
Decent. Joe, as you know, I'm a former poker fanboy and big fan of your work and your team's work back then. And now I get to share a room with you. Top bunk for you, bottom bunk for me.
You know, top bunk is really brave of you because I drink a lot.
I know.
What comes up must come down. That's all I'm going to say.
Gravity.
Top pair for Mikey. Hey, Mikey, you got to hit top pair?
Welcome, of course, Felipe Ramos, who's saying these are two great players. This is a great match. It'd be awesome if Felipe would just come in and say these two players suck. He's never said anything wrong about anyone.
Do you want to play Mad Libs? The Fook says, cast the blank game, these blank casters. Do you think the words are awesome and fantastic?
Cast these awesome games.
Are you there?
Yes.
That works, right? Cast the awesome game, these fantastic casters.
Thank you. Hello.
Thank
I
you.
like it.
Thank you, the Fook. Thank you. Blinds 500 and 1,000. Because it's funny because Joey Owie, he's back in touch. He says it's funny because of the format, the game moves too fast to really commentate, so these guys are just talking and then a blank. I think that he probably wrote the word awesome sauce.
Yeah, awesome sauce.
500, 1,000. This is where things went wrong for me last time.
Yes, they sure did. It was right around just after hand 20 that the first game ended.
Just going to play tight this level.
Here comes a 3-bet from Anton with ace-10 suited.
Joe, I'm following that up with Tepi to the Fook. Go on yourself, you Lee Child. Right?
Go blank yourself, you blank child.
Yeah.
Is definitely go on yourself, you lead child. I agree.
Big fan of the Lee Child.
Because there's only one Lee in my book, and that's Child.
Do you know something sad is that, you know Dan Michalski?
The Wolfman.
Yeah. See, I'm the only person in the world that still refuses to call him Dan. He's the Wolfman. That is also, I think, a creation of your buddy Scott Huff.
Absolutely. He also created these coattails that I'm constantly riding on.
Apparently he's not doing too well for himself, right? There's nothing going on in his life. Pretty rough life.
Huff's doing just fine. 8-9, Jack 10. Is that a straight? Nope, that's why Mike has 0% next to his name, and Anton has 100% because he's going to win it with King High. 9s against 9-6. I believe 9-6 was the hand that Anton made trips with big pot in the first game.
I made a tight fold too.
That's unfortunate.
Taking your advice, I'm playing tight.
Unfortunately, not enough action with those aces. Oh boy, here we go. Pocket 10s for Mike. Suited Broadway for Anton. Mike continuing. Anton calls. Yeah, it's just so tempting to peel one there, right? Maybe you can hit a heart. Maybe you hit like
I
an
want to go like this when I check.
9 or an 8.
That'd be a nice addition to the app. It's like check like this.
And then if you're a good poker player, you can win even when you don't make your hand.
That's right.
That's something that I never really consider.
Nope.
Mike's got a pretty good flush here, though. Anton's going to bet it. He's going to have to really bomb this to get Mike to fold them. Even then, not really sure. It's going to happen.
Third pot.
Yeah, it's not enough for Mike
I
to
don't
fold
think I
this.
can raise, but I definitely can't fold.
That's unfortunate.
Thanks, Mike. I was going to say that. Would have been like the one thing I got right all day.
Okay.
Mike, that smile is growing. Kololo wants to know the online monikers for both players. Go Leafs Go A for A as in EH for Mike, and Anti-Jvanti for Anton Wigg. And you'll notice that he's got close to $7 million in winnings in online tournaments. Something that's pretty amazing about Wigg as well, Joe, is that he only has one 6-figure score online, and it was a $200,000 score. So really, he's been grinding that bone for years. 6.6
Chugging that
million,
bone?
Chugging the bone. 6.6 million in online tournament victories, only one 6-figure score, 230,000.
Wow,
So
that's
really
an interesting
amazing.
statistic, Eric, for once. That's really good stuff.
Hey, remember when I canceled my Tinder date last night?
Yeah.
That's what I did instead.
Well, that's how many guys have made that much money online, but all in 5-figure scores? I mean, maybe they're 4-figure scores,
Yeah,
and he's just
it's pretty
cashing like 9 times a day.
It's a great stat. DVD Kitai, who was
That don't
supposed to
make
play.
no sense.
DVD Kitai is, I think,
Yeah.
15th in the on the on-time money list and has never scored $1 million score. That's ridiculous,
That's
right?
fortunate or unfortunate.
Yep. Hey, save that stat though.
Okay.
Don't burn them all at
Okay,
once.
guys, just don't forget about this.
It's gonna be a long summer.
It is.
Blinds now 6 and 12. Anton Wigg has got 32 big blinds after chipping up just a little bit. Mike's raised a queen suited. Anton's called and flops. I don't even know what to call this kind of straight draw. It's an up and down straight draw, but the up version isn't as good as the down version. I mean, it has the potential to be not as good, I guess. You know what I'm saying. He doesn't. He's looking up stats. Well, he doesn't get there anyway, so it's fine. Like, why bother? I mean, why do I even do this, honestly? If they're not going to get there... Sorry, guys. I'm just chugging your bone. Anton has bet his missed draw and gets Mike to fold the slightly better hand. 9 high, bluffs out, king high. Hi-ya, that is some poker.
Hey, if you want to come see one of these GPL matches, if you're, let's say, in the Las Vegas, Nevada, California areas, you can attend one of these matches. Head on over to globalpokerleague.com, and at the top of the site, you will have a link to attend matches. Let us know what match you want to say. We'll confirm, and we'll get you in here.
Is that another job that you and Laura have to do, or are you going to have to be communicating with these people?
That is a direct Skype from Alex Dreyfus, so yeah, I guess I'll have to take care of that after.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But it's fine.
We'd
love to hear from you.
No one with a clipboard allowed in, though.
No.
He's not sneaking in with the crowd. Not clipboard guy. Anton gets a walk. Yes, the Fook. It's the Awesome Sauce Caster straight draw. I like that. I like that a lot.
The Fook, really a big fan of ours. We love the Fook.
The Fook you talking about?
Boring flops.
Take it. Blinds are up again.
Fourface asking what Mike's last name is. It is Leah. I always say Leah. I've known Mike for years, and unfortunately, I've destroyed his last name. Not that anyone has ever destroyed my last name, Joe.
Princess Mike Leah.
That's right. Time for a little.
That's it. Get the blood flowing. Get those muscles working. Sorry, I was having a totally different... I was just gone for a second.
That overview shot, by the way, shows you the difference in stature between the two. Anton Wigg is a massive man, and Mike Leah did it again. Short and stocky, just like me. It's a cute one.
He's not stocky.
I was trying to be
actually
nice.
quite thin.
I was being nice.
You think he'd rather be known as stocky?
Yeah. Let's have a couple pounds of muscle on there, poor guy.
Stocky does not mean muscle, my friend. I hate to break this to you.
I know.
Look, as a kid, my parents put it gently, I was husky.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I was husky.
I was obese, but they called me husky. It was
I was
nice.
husky, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there. I mean, I'm back there.
You were looking svelte in that London Royals jersey when you signed that one-hour contract, sir.
I think purple's a flattering color on me. Mike has bet this river with 6 high, trying to get exactly this hand to fold.
I'm going to hide my cards before I walk away.
Well, you don't have to walk away. I already folded.
Oh, okay, good.
Should have brought some water, though. It is a bit hot in here.
Passive aggressive mush. Should I run a bottle of water into Anton? Will that be fun?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The integrity of the cube will be destroyed in a minute. You're going to see Joe's sexy legs in a second as well.
Oh, no. Here comes Stapes for his man crush.
Thank you.
Also, I owe you one for the Swinglish.
Yeah, it's true. Confirm that Stapes does have a man crush on Anton Wigg. We all do at the GPL.
How good is life?
Is it cold or warm water?
It is very warm. It's been here for a few days. It is my backup water. Thanks for bringing him my backup water, poor guy.
Yeah, and I get all the credit for it.
Yep.
Did he talk about me after I left? Did he say anything about us hanging out or?
Trying with the third pop.
Did you hear when Mike said that you had a man crush on him?
Yeah.
Okay. That's about it. And then
Mike saw
Anton-
the card I gave him when he got here.
That's
so
right.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Both players with.
Oh, it's that time. I was thinking.
Time to bring the limp out.
The hand before, I was thinking, is it time?
Both have got suited paint.
It's time.
Pretty strong with the size stacks they have.
And your style, I'm just gonna like click them
Snap
in that.
in that?
Yeah,
Okay.
snap in that.
All right. Seems fair.
Oh, geez, Tyler, of course, mentioning the Liv Boré guest commissioner rule book here. Outside interference, a 60-second penalty for Anton. 1 game suspension for Stapes, but you were already suspended
Oh,
last
thank
week
God.
when you missed, so you're fine.
Oh, I was like, cool, man. I'll see you guys.
Yeah, no, you were already suspended.
See you guys on Thursday. This hand's going significantly longer than the last one. I want to say more than twice as many hands. This hand or this game? This game.
This game.
Twice as many hands. And blinds are up. Higher than we've seen them go between these two before.
Uh-oh. Actually, Anton didn't hit anything, but Mike with the
Flop flush.
sneaky one, too.
Brian, 28-44. 28-8-44. Sorry, I got to get it right. Don't want to
sad.
confuse him with the other Brian, 28-44.
Sad thing to see.
Stapes, why are they standing? Just trying something different here.
Yeah.
Just think that standing makes people interact more?
You know, Joe, the feedback from the players that they have said, and Jonathan Little actually talked about that, he's excited that there's brand new tells that they're getting from players.
Foot tells,
Because-
leg tells, posture tells.
Someone that does not give any tells. Oh my God, my Segway game is on fire. Fedor Holtz will be in the cube tomorrow. The London Royals have heard who their opponent is, and they're just getting things together. But Fedor will play for LA tomorrow. LA and London, one of the feature matchups, of course, in the GPL. Two of our biggest franchises. That'll be exciting. And then on Friday, Joe, I'm really pumped for this one. It's Jonathan Duhamel and Dominic Nietzsche. That is a great match.
They're all great matches.
Yeah. But I'm excited. Dominic and Jonathan are two of the nicest ones on tour, so it'll be fun to see.
You said Fedor Hulls doesn't have any tells. We don't know. There might be new cube tells.
It's true.
Straight draw for Mike. Top pair on the flop for Anton. No longer top pair. Anton betting. Didn't this go bet call? Mike bet, Anton called flop? It's on my wish list for season 2, by the way, a little scrolling.
Yes. It's something apparently
Action
is
bar.
being worked on as we speak.
Alex is like, my dream for season 2, no more steps. Now Mike's betting. What are you guys doing out there, huh? It's a little funky.
A bit of a spot here.
I think Anton's going to fold the best hand here.
He just said he was put in a spot there. That's exactly what Mike wanted to hear.
Should have gone with the check raise on the flop, and then he's bombed it in. But
Is this only match 2?
Game number 2 of match
Game two,
number 1
sorry.
for today.
Six,
Only
six.
game number 2? Come on. Yeah, you show that bottle who's boss, buddy.
Yeah, what happened there?
This is what I do to your face.
Would have been more interested if you shoved. I don't know. Maybe that's just a meta thing.
I couldn't decide. There are a lot of different sizings.
Great bet on the river there by Mike Leah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just
9 big blinds now for Anton.
I had an important blocker.
All right, then I feel really bad for falling to that price.
Anton all in with queen 10 suited.
What happened?
Don't think Mike.
Didn't quite shove.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
there's a few chips behind.
He did not quite shove.
Play me.
Scallop.
This time I'm all in.
And once again, Mike has a hand he can't call with.
We 3 asking about 6 max in the cube. That will not happen. What will happen, of course, when we head to San Diego is 3v3 poker. 3 against 3. Stay tuned for more on that. That is going to be exciting.
Anton chip it up here a little bit at a time. He's up to 10 big blinds, guy. He's going to be all in again. And Mike, again, with a hand he can't call with. Oh, boy. Sorry, Anton. Mike's just limped.
She fought.
Ah, good one. Unfortunately, bad one. Mike knows Anton doesn't have an ace. He can comfortably bet call it off, but Anton's just calling, playing this super cautiously. Like, I mean, Mike's line is one that you look at sometimes and you're like, oh, it's so obvious. He had a huge hand here. Otherwise, why would he just put me all in?
Yeah.
So Anton's playing this just in case that is the case. Now is when it's a really tough decision. Anton calls, and so now I feel like he's pot committed.
Wow.
But probably not. I mean, he probably played this exactly so that he wouldn't be, because maybe he gets a free showdown here? God, this is a great hand.
Yeah.
I love this. I love being this confused. Yeah, Mike puts them all in.
So prepared.
I mean, if Anton was going to get it in here, probably better before the board got so much worse for his hand.
Oh, yeah, this seems to be my thing.
Oh. The
Just
go
trying to
up,
balance.
go
Yeah,
in
just
and
trying
walk out.
to balance. What happened?
I shoved.
Oh, this is a new hand.
Yeah.
You folded that one.
Anton's all in. I think Mike's calling with king high here for the 7 big blind shove.
8 big blinds. Roughly.
Anton looks like he wants a call.
Oh.
Is he going over to give Mike some advice?
I
Nope.
want to double the up here, but I think I have to call. Good luck.
Good luck.
Mike does have to call, but he is ahead. 7 on the flop is going to be bad news for Anton. That is not a good turn card for him. He is down to just 16% equity and does not catch any of his outs.
Yeah.
Good game.
So we are now 1-1.
I think probably do an interview again. All right. Neither one of us gets embarrassed.
Fat guy and a little coat. I shouldn't have rolled up my sleeves. That was the problem.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to tear this jacket.
Jammer.
This jacket was nearly $90.
Whoa, target.
So can't afford to rip that. So we are. What just happened there? We were 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1, and we talked about the teams needing points for different reasons. Paris now 5 points out of third place. They need a few more points. They won't be, of course. They will remain in fourth position as we go here. But points are needed here. And boy, the light system is just going berserk here. But yeah, points that were needed. Again, they'll remain in fourth, but they're getting now 15 points ahead of Berlin. So the news is obviously terrible for those two teams chasing the Aviators. Should Mike get 3 more points, the news will get even worse.
I mean, San Francisco Rush, I feel like they're doing so terribly that being on the board here, I mean, I know that they desperately need it, but at least usually, whatever. I came in. I won my 3 points. How about that hand we saw at the end there? That was a pretty interesting one. I looked down as if I'd taken some notes, but I didn't. All I remember is that it was interesting.
Yeah, we had kings on Mike's side and a lot of dangerous cards for Anton. And I guess it was flipped around that Anton was then very scared of what was on the board, yet Mike should have been the one scared. But Mike won the hand, and that's all that matters, and he won the match.
Yeah, just really interesting lines from both of those guys
Yeah.
in that hand, and it was kind of, I don't know, they both seemed very aware of the situations they were in, and I think that we can learn something from watching a couple of players play hands like that. So good job to both those guys, but unfortunately, only one of them can ever win.
Right. Yeah, there's no ties. No ties.
So right now down on the floor, we've got a winner and a loser, but they are tied at the moment in the total match. Let's see what Laura has to say to them.
Well, thank you so much, Joe. We are now 1 apiece here. He's smiling.
Yes. You don't want to get swept, so at least we got one, and it makes this next match even more exciting. So.
Any surprises, upsets in that game?
No, I actually thought there was a lot of really fun hands that match. I'm looking forward to looking back at it. It was fun. It's always more fun when you win, but it seemed like there were a lot of interesting hands and interesting spots.
I might be surprised there were a couple of folds I made. One questionable one where you bet 8,500 on the river. I should probably just flick it in there.
Yeah.
But kudos. It was a good bluff.
Thanks.
Will you watch this game back as well?
Of course.
Yeah.
You got to review your own games and see what you do right and what you do wrong and what Mike does to exploit me, if possible.
It is a good way to learn. I'm not a great studier, but I always watch my own play and try to learn from it and get better from it and see what Anton's doing. So.
Well, who is going to exploit who in the third and final game?
Well, we shall see.
We shall see.
I think we both want it pretty bad. So.
We want it bad.
Let's see what happens.
Well,
good luck.
Good luck.
Fighting talk, it's going to be game 3. This will be the decider. Back to you guys after this quick break.
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favourite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Breathe the air just like a fire, we can't control it. See explosions in the sky, moving faster than the sun over horizon.
So I know we got this match to get to, but I've some breaking Twitter news from the rest of the world of poker. Now, I read this tweet earlier from Mike McDonald, and I didn't really understand what it meant until I saw the response from Jason Mercier. Mike McDonald said, "I'm going to regret this, but here it goes. If you know anyone I'd stake for some who needs a stake for some reason for stud 10K or 10K deuce to 7." And then there was a second tweet, or these other types of events. And I just thought that he was like just kind of bored and like taking a flyer. And then Jason had just written back to him a minute ago, "Hope you get lit up doing this." He's actually just wants to put people in these events to make it harder.
Want to put ringers in there
for Jason Mercier to win the bracelet bet. Like pretty that is, he may even be so desperate that he doesn't want to put ringers in there. Maybe he just wants to make it a bigger field.
Right. Oh, I see what you mean. That's just
because even one more player in the field, right?
Yeah.
Just regardless of their skill level, would make it harder for Jason to win. I think mathematically, right? So that's just that is crazy. It is all kicking off here at the World Series, except we're not at the World Series.
No, but those are two of our stars in the GPL.
That's right. They're GPL
there's a big
stars.
rivalry there between
you go.
Montreal and New York. Yeah.
Man, how do we get those? How do we get those two in the box next week, huh?
Yeah.
What do we say? Get them in the cube.
Yeah.
Get them in the cube. Get them in the cube. I don't want to take too much attention, though, away from the guys who are in the cube today.
I thought you didn't want to take too much attention.
No, for myself, absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
But we should pay some attention to Mike, Leah, and Anton Wigg, who are ready to go for game number 3 of 3. As Laura said, it's the decider. Let's get down to the cube.
We're
And
off.
we're off. Tiebreaker.
Yeah. How bad do you want it?
I want it pretty bad.
During the break, Reckless Tyler said Anton has a lot of subtle, sneaky tactics. Crackling the water bottle to induce fear, going barefoot to make the smell in the room incredibly distracting.
Oh.
Guy did his homework before entering the cube.
That's how you get it sometimes.
Yeah, Mike flopped well here. Yeah, Mike turned well here. That would have been yesterday at your 4-8 game, Joe. You'd be rolling.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Cap it.
Yeah, cap it up.
It was one of those games where the people would get mad at me for raising.
Love those games. Well, Anton betting here, trying to steal this pot. Not worked out. Good old Mike, Leah. Boy, we have some fun hands to start this one.
Yes, we do.
Mike Leah knows how to flop some good hands.
Can we get a chance Cornuth Jack on the turn?
That'd be nice. You do have to call the suit as well, though.
Jack of spades on
All
the
right,
turn.
got it. Jack of spades, please. Oh, no, Jack of diamonds.
Wow, I'm not quite as good as Chance.
Yeah. Yeah, our team in the truck obviously clicking the wrong card there. Just joking, please.
Anton's going to think he's got way more outs than he really does most of the time. He makes his straight. So that is one of the outs he did have. The 9 was an out.
Yeah.
And I don't see how Mike doesn't lose at least 7,000 more chips. I think this is a spot where Anton can raise and can sometimes get called by worse. I think that a lot of times on a paired board, it's not the smartest move ever. But King-Queen is just something he's going to have so infrequently that he can raise and get called by a worse hand. And he doesn't necessarily have to worry about being always up against a better hand, too. That's pretty tough to make a full house.
It's a good raise, about a third of the pot.
I almost checked the river.
What do you think the Mike McDonald, Jason Mercier bet has to be for to make it worth it for him to be spending 10K for
So I guess that
relative
means you're not
randos to play championship events?
Do you think there's also pride on the line at this point?
Nah, it's just money.
Timex is a money guy, yeah. Yeah, it has to be pretty sickening. Yeah.
Twice. King, queen of clubs, 7, 8 of clubs. Possible. Cooler.
He calls.
Mike calls.
It's the
So
boat.
exactly what we thought. King Queen can get called by worse. King 10 being one of them.
Pretty sick.
So Anton's got a
Pretty sick that you have
huge
it
chip
after all
lead
those
early in
rounds.
this match. I don't know if we've seen many chip leads this big this early.
It's
pretty big.
Just a king. Don't have to make it straight. Just give him a king. Sanavagan.
Mike's first career result was in July 2006. Finished third at in a prelim event at the Bellagio Cup for 25K. Not a bad way to start your career. Anton, October 2007, fourth at the Swedish Open Championships 2K Turbo event. Kimmo Kirkko, the famous Finnish player, won that event.
Kimmo Kirkko made a final table in London a couple of years ago, I think.
Correct. Mike's best career result was at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, second place to Dan Coleman. Apparently he's good. Over $1 million for second place. Never a bad way to lose a tournament.
I did commentary on that
He
one.
did. Best result for Anton Wigg. Speaking of commentary on that one, February 2010. No, you probably weren't there
Was
yet.
not me.
EPT Copenhagen. The big
That
win.
is correct.
And Anton mentioned he's only played one tournament here, did not cash. His latest cash on the circuit in February 5th at the Olibet Kings of Tallinn. Tallinn, were you part of the team for the Tallinn main event on the EPT?
I never went to Tallinn.
Tallinn, is it Tallinn? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm American. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Technically, you are too, though. North American.
Thank you.
Don't worry. I don't want to insult you.
I'm not voting for your president thing.
He is kind of a thing, isn't he?
That's where I meant her as well. The president thing. By the way, confirm we are building a wall and we're paying for it. No worries, guys. Mike's latest result was just a few days ago here at 37th in a $1,500 no-limit event. Anthony Zeno finished 8th in that tournament, the Las Vegas moneymaker.
Check on the end. Mike's pair of queens are good. Anton decides he doesn't want to bluff the 5 high.
Well, that's one of them.
That was one of them. It's all right. I was going to bluff it anyway if I didn't make something. So.
Yeah.
Mike Leah, of course, online with multiple F-Tops championships, scoop events as well. Anton, if you weren't here earlier, 6.6 million in tournament earnings online, according to Pocket Fives. Only one six-figure score, 230,000. Everything else, 5 figures and below. That statistic, Joe, is my favorite stat of the week so far. That's pretty incredible.
Just when you think the people on Twitch couldn't find things to complain about, they're off the standing, they're off the cube, they're off the lighting, they're off the iPads, they're off your stupid voice.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Big XBO55. There's too much mod chat for me to read what's going on.
Oh.
And also the font is too dark for theater mode.
Oh.
Well, we have reached a new low, Twitch. Nice work, everybody. We got there. I didn't think we'd get there by the end of Heat 3, but we did
that's good.
in the last match of Heat 3. Well done, Big X B055. If I had a prize, I would send you one. Oh, shoot. Cali Icon says just ignore him. He needs to troll Stapes and the mods to get attention. Damn it! I fell for it again.
Fall for it.
Every time.
Speaking of falling for it, when Mike fall for the Kings here. Speaking of falling for it, uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. 8, 9, 10, Jack.
Not yet.
9, 10. It's not yet, okay.
You need 5.
The 8 doesn't help. Improves Mike's hand, but not the kind he wants. Man, that is the worst. I hate that run out. That happens every time you're up and down. Every time. It's like pair. Are you serious? Like, even his 8's no good.
No,
He's got
there's nothing good here.
counterfeited. Like, what a stupid run out. What a bunch of garbage.
Sure, I can value bet this.
Yeah,
I
that's the
hate
problem.
that.
3 pair for Anton. No good.
I was probably check raising river.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was definitely considering it anyway.
Habs fan asking if Jonathan Duhamel has been in the cube. Jonathan Duhamel is in the cube on Friday against Dominic Nietzsche.
Along the way.
I hope he brings his bracelet.
Habs fan, a big fan of Stapes. Not a big fan of his fellow French-Canadian guy. It's okay. It's okay.
Wait, he's just because he hasn't mentioned you specifically, or he said he specifically doesn't like you?
Earlier he was saying, hey Stapes, and he wants to know about a Poker Stars Montreal shirt.
Yeah, no, I have
Yeah.
a Canada Cup shirt. And
Oh,
I can't.
Canada
I
Cup.
can't. I've actually been known to give the person the shirt off my back because I think it's fun, and if they care that much and they want it, they can have it. Mike Rivers a pair, Anton Rivers 2 pair.
2.
I really like that shirt though, so
Nice shirt.
I'm not going to part with it. It's like one of the few shirts that doesn't show what a fat tub I've become. Which, by the way, Anton, value betting the river. By the way, I made a declaration on my podcast this morning, the last one of the season.
It's not out yet.
It's not out yet, but 6 weeks from now, we're going to do another episode. I'm going on a hardcore workout diet regimen. I put it out there to the audience, and I'm going to do EPT Not Live, parts of it with my shirt off.
Right.
Like that's the. So if I don't lose the weight, it's going to be real embarrassing for me.
You'll do fine.
Nice.
Anton continuing to lean on Mike Leah.
Joe, was the Poker Stars Canada Cup the one with everyone all in at the final
Yeah.
table in the craziest hand I've ever seen?
Yes. And
It's a great hand. You
one
need
of,
to
one of my
define that.
all-time favorite lines that I ever did that somehow I got out live was,
I think I remember. Go ahead.
did anyone fold an ace? I might have been a king. I don't remember. I was
Yeah.
every card was represented. No, because every player's in. That's what it is. So every player's in. Nobody could have folded an ace because
Right.
it was all four
well
people,
done. Yeah.
and one guy had kings. So I go,
Yeah, 'cause
did
they were all
anyone
in, yeah.
fold an ace? But everyone was all in. That's the joke, everybody. Hope it's still funny when you watch it because I kind of just buried it. Anton running pretty hot, running pretty hot in this game 3. Party Crasher says poker is cool. I love poker. What a nice game. I wonder if that's just his thing, if he goes to every channel on Twitch and just says whatever game is cool because he's the Party Crasher.
Oh, right.
So he comes in and he's like,
Hey guys.
StarCraft is cool. Zergs are a nice race.
Elky's cool.
Mike Leah limps in with 10-7. Anton with Queen 9 suited. Is he going to want to play for more? You want to play for a little more? You want to make a little race? You want to... Yep. You want to make the pot a little bigger? I don't know how I'm going to be able to keep up this energy for the second match, though, Eric. I honestly was not...
We have a second
I was
match?
not saving anything.
Darn. My material's gone. I had that Anton Wigg stat that I worked so hard for.
No, that's it. You're burnt.
Yeah, nothing else.
2 pair for Anton. Nothing for Mike.
The good news that next match is Bryn Kenny versus Anatoly Filatov. We won't need to talk. We'll be fine.
I'm Cyborg Live says poker's a cool video game, guys. Let's all go out and buy it. Charlie's more of a Protoss fan on the StarCraft channel.
By the way, you can buy the Cube Home Edition for 150,000 American dollars.
Is that all it costs?
The mini cube, yeah. You can send that money over. We need a full deposit to @Stapes@Eric.
That's for the Mike raises, Anton jams, Mike folds. That's for the Spinal Tap version of it. Is 150,000. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be 15 inches high.
All right, time for the comeback.
Does it include the sound system? Asks Suniti. Nope, everything else is extra. That is just for the shell.
There's margin.
I mean, that's not even including the tinting and the undercoating.
That's right. It does include the extreme heat, though. That's just natural.
Yeah. It's going to be great for storing your treadmill in if it was big enough. Blinds now 500, 1,000. Mike Leah is still hanging in there, but he's down to 17 big blinds. He's got Jack 10. Anton's got pocket 10s. And Mike is jammed. Anton is going to call. Jack 10 not doing so terrible after this flop.
9 ball.
We're king.
Or king.
Double gutted now.
Don't end yet. Don't end yet.
Neither one of those cards. It's the 3 of hearts.
Okay.
Wasn't showing what cards down there, was it?
I hope not.
Hey, what's up?
So the decider has been decided really quick before we get to that. I'm Cyborg Live wants to know how much for the whole package, including sound, lights, iPads, etc. Dreyfus, what would you be willing to unload this whole facility for at this point? I know there's a number. Yeah.
$750 will do.
$750.
No, $1,000.
You think so for $750? He'd be like,
Yeah.
I would have thought more like in the $5 million range.
Well, I mean, okay, $5 million.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk to him. We'll
We'll
find
talk
out.
to him, yeah. We'll have a little pause between these two matches.
You may see this whole thing on eBay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow after the guy with the clipboard comes in. So right there, we saw the match finally decided. What say you, Eric? What was the final result here?
Yeah, 84 points for the San Francisco Rush. Really good job here by Anton Wigg. They're now 12 points behind a playoff spot. The only issue is that Bryn Kenny is next in the cube, and that's going to happen in the next few hours, so we'll have to see what happens. Should the Rounders be shut out, which could happen because Anatoly Filatov is one of the top scorers in the GPL, well, suddenly what Anton Wigg did today really will be even more important. So a good start. This team has won 8 times, Joe, so it's very curious. The top team, Montreal, has won 12 times, so they tend to win a lot, but it just so happens that, just this struggle in the middle parts or maybe some of these six-max matches it hasn't gone as well. So curious that the team that's won 8 times is still near the bottom of the standings.
They are still in the danger zone. They may have moved out of last place, but they are not in a playoff spot yet. Yeah. What effect have we seen have on...
For the Aviators, they've moved up at least 3 points, so now 15-point lead on a playoff spot. Not the result the team needed here, of course, but still comfortable in 4th place somewhat. But I know that Mike really wanted to catch up to the top 3, so it does still seem to be a 3-team race in the Eurasian Conference for the moment.
Well, let's hear directly from the horses' mouths, because they're down with Laura.
Are you calling us horses? I don't think so. Congratulations to San Francisco Rush. 6 points, winning the match 2 games to 1 there.
Is that the horse?
I guess so. They can't hear. It's all good. They're in the cube. Let's talk through that last match. Mike, you didn't win.
No, I lost. There was a big hand early. I got a little bit unlucky in.
Just a little bit.
And couldn't quite recover from that. But, it's... That's what happens.
That was the straight on the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
You'll take it. As would anyone, I guess.
Yeah.
You need those points. San Francisco were in trouble, but
yeah, we really do.
You will take over now. You will get into 5th place, I believe. So you're in front of the Las Vegas Moneymakers. So not at the bottom.
No, that's great, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm really happy. I knew we needed to catch up on points coming in. My cab driver didn't know that, so I was super rushed in. I got here 3 minutes before the game started, and I felt like my focus might be a little bit off and being a little bit stressed. I feel like I played okay game 1, but then game 2. I feel like I made a few mistakes that I usually don't do. Okay. So redemption in game 3, which was nice.
You said
and also getting lucky is always nice.
Yeah, you said you rushed in. You are the San Francisco Rush.
Feel the rush.
Exactly. So
I'm going to fly out of here back to the Rio.
Oh, and where the Aviators.
Sorry, yeah.
But it was your debut. Did you enjoy your time in the cube?
It was fun. It's a different format. I'm used to playing either online poker or live poker, but here you have both those elements, which is, that's cool. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's very unique.
Looking forward to coming back.
And Mike, I hate to rub it in, but you've lost both your matches in the cube.
Yeah. Well, I might be back here again, or ideally I'll be day 2 or 3, and one of our other teammates will step in. But I definitely feel comfortable in there now. I think once you're in there, for your second time, it's a lot more familiar. So I felt more comfortable this time than last time, but didn't get the results.
Well, at least you got 3 points. That's better than nothing.
Correct.
And I'm sure Fabs will be happy with 3 points anyway.
Well, it is what it is. We won't be happy, but at least it's 3 more than 0.
All right, thank you so much, guys, and we will see you later on in the cube, and best of luck with your WSOP games. Back to you guys at the desk.
See ya.
I don't think 3 is better than 0 is really going to fly with the coach of the Aviators. No. See what I did there? Fab Sewell.
By the way, don't be concerned, but there's a guy with a clipboard inside the cube.
I know, that's why he was the way he was very ominously standing there. I'm sorry if I startled them by shouting, but I was worried for their safety. Clipboard guy may, in fact, be here, Joey Owie. This is the last match of heat number 3, so we are halfway through.
We sure are, Joe.
The GPL Summer Series. Let's take a look at the league standings. Let's start with America this time.
Yeah, and as we explained a little earlier, that Montreal Nationals 26 matches played will be solved very shortly. Montreal and London, the match being cancelled or postponed, at least for the moment, from Sunday morning, which provided us a great matchup between Marc-André Ladouceur and Joseph Stapleton.
Yeah,
who
I love that guy.
Yeah, Joe lost.
Also, Marc-André is pretty cool.
He's pretty cool, and he won and forgot to invite us to EDC. So the Sunset now in second place, 5 points behind for the moment. The Sao Paulo Mets, Joe, they have really ran really well, of course. I've just said really twice. 8 of 9 games won inside the cube. That's 24 out of 27 points. So great start for them. And, of course, the Rush now move up to 5th place. So all is not lost, but things aren't looking too good for those bottom 2 teams.
Eric, I'm going to cut things here because we are having a day-night doubleheader right now. And by day-night doubleheader, I mean the next match is starting in 1 hour.
Yeah, just about,
At 1:30 p.m. local time. So remember, this is the end of Heat 3. We are swinging right into the beginning of Heat 4 when we get back in 1 hour. For now, I'd like to say thanks to both Anton Wigg and Mike Leah. For Laura Cornelius and Eric Danis, smell you in an hour.
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favorite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Breathe the air just like a fire, we can't control it. See explosions in the sky. Moving faster than the sun over horizon. Chance it all to feel alive. Body's moving slow. 'Cause this love is all night. Moving faster than the sun. Explosions in the sky.